All right. How y'all doing? I am Orisha and I'm coming back at y'all again with another video. Before you go anywhere, go ahead, stop. Take a look around, peruse, cruise. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you really like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and do that. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Blessings. Thank you. If you're new to my channel, then you really should look around, because we really do everything around here. I'm going to be singing 1 minute. I'm going to be sitting up talking another minute. But when I talked about my experience with Papa Legba, I got, y'all showed that video a lot of love. There are a lot of people who not just are interested in who this spirit, who this energy, who this person is, but also people who can relate, people who have experiences too, you know? So it's a mix of all that. So I'm gonna post that video somewhere throughout here. We're gonna talk about it too, because it's my experience with this energy, but with this wonderful being. Let me quit playing, let me quit joking. So I've recorded this video like I do a lot of videos. I recorded this video numerous times, but now it's like, baby, it's too much goodness happening, it's too much you need to speak on, it's too much all of that. So quit playing and go ahead and talk about this too. And that is, what do I do on Mondays, on his day, with my altar that I have for him, with where I go, like what do I do? And before we go anywhere, I want y'all to, yes, check out that video as well, or educate, or I always say, talk to our girl Google, do a little research, read some articles, and understand who these individuals are, because I'm not just going to speak on him, I'm going to speak on other spirits as well, and not just my encounters, but I did talk about the lovely Oshun, and I do have a video of Queen too. So if y'all go ahead and look at that too. But we gonna speak on just as a whole, but I'm also just letting you know that everything is up to your own discretion. Here I go with these disclaimers. I love it, don't I? Everything is up to your discretion. It's all about your intuition and what you feel in your gut. I'm not trying to sway anybody, to convert anybody to believe in any of this I'm talking about, or to tell you what to do, particularly when you're trying to connect with certain spirits, because this is something that if you do believe, this is something that you don't play with. And if you don't take a second, I want y'all to go ahead and check out my Ancestral altar video, because before you can even get to what we even finna talk about, and I'm just a student, just keep that in mind, I'm just speaking on my experience. Before you can even get to this step with trying to connect with anybody out here that don't have nothing to do with your bloodline and your lineage, first you need to go talk to your bloodline and your lineage. You need to put in a good word, I should say, for an example, to your ancestors before you even try to come talking to all these different people. There are so many different entities and energies that are out there that are just waiting to prey on your ashe, prey on your light, prey on whatever, your breath. So before y'all even get into that and make a mistake or do something and talk to somebody you shouldn't, I would say converse with your ancestors. Establish that relationship first with whatever, whoever your peoples is. So we just gonna hop right into it. Look, I had got to a point where I did feel like Papa Legba came to me in a way, and it was a beautiful time. It was during Black History Month. It was during me having a discussion with the diaspora about, the African diaspora, about how we view each other throughout the world. What is keeping us apart, but what is connecting us? It's, you know, too, it's beautiful. It was beautiful to speak as an African American amongst so many different beautiful people from across the world. And that was the day that he came to me. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it made me feel like, okay, if I have been to the crossroad, you know, because there are things you can do where you can take you some pennies. You could go to find you a good 4-way somewhere, not a railroad track, because that is Ogun. Y'all gotta remember that. If y'all know where I'm at, y'all know where we stay. We stay by the train track, and that is Ogun energy. When you hear that going off, when you hear the motors and you hear that machinery going off, that is Ogun. So railroad tracks and streets, that don't count. Go to a 4-way. Go to somewhere, because that's what he represents. It's the crossroads. Now, people, I had a good discussion with somebody in my Papa Legba video that Legba is not at the crossroad, but he is at the cemetery. And I was like, okay, so that's Bounce MD, like that's the Getty. We had the whole October 30th was popping when I was in New Orleans, y'all. I manifested 3 years later, going back to New Orleans, and I got to touch my aunts. Oh, because that's what he does. That's what Papa Legba does. Like, he is the gatekeeper. He opens doors to other spirits. You cannot do any type of like ritual, any type of, if we talking about voodoo, y'all, we talking about Orisha, E5. There are different, yes, names for Legba, Elegba, Elegba, Osun. Now these are different energies, especially being from different regions, but they are one in the same type of energy. It has light and dark, the crossroads, the paths that you go, doors opening and closing, the keys to things that you need, you know, or the keys to lock away stuff that you don't need. So people can come to him for different reasons. I feel like the times that Papa has really helped me in a way, I have been connected to certain people. I'm gonna say that. And it's been at times like, I had my ex, like I wanted to go to New Orleans last year, right? I wanted that. I asked Papa, I said, I want to get, because I wanted to have that connection. You know, I wanted to go to Congo Square. I wanted to, you know, get in touch just like I did in 2017. And I was able to get there, and but Papa also led me to know who you need to cut off. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be thankful. I've been in need of certain things, whether it be direction with everything, y'all. You can be, now don't even speak on me, I'm just speaking to anybody. Relationship wise, who should stay? Where should I stay? Should I go? Jobs, should I leave? Should I stay? It's all about doors opening and doors closing, and different people that you need to pay attention to whenever y'all are out there. That is the beautiful thing about Lua or Orisha. We are our head. Look, I'm just a spiritual person. I keep saying this all the time. Another disclaimer. I do not I have not went through the path of Ifa. I'm not in Santeria. I'm not in, I'm barely Christian, not even that, but I come back to it. I got spirit in me regardless. But I'm just saying, I'm just a spiritual person. And I'm in tune with my ancestral, what's been coming to me. Y'all, I be minding my business. I ask for these energies, yes, but they come to me, and then the floodgates, pun intended, not intended, for that Oshun and Oya. But I'm just saying, Mami Wata, like the ancestors and these individuals, Papa Legba has led them to me. These really check out my first video when I get into ancestral altars. When you connect with your ancestors, you start recognizing who else might be, you know what I'm saying, who looking out like kinfolk, who probably are kinfolk, you know. I'm kind of getting a sense, without needing to go to Ancestry.com, of where this bloodline coming from. I'm just saying. So with Papa Legba, what I did is, some people refer to Oshun, and they say that he's supposed to be outside. You're not supposed to have him in the house because the energy is real hot. You know what I'm saying? It's different elements to them inside. But I keep Papa Legba, that's who I kind of think on, because it's like a father-like figure. So I have a cane and I have a hat, but then it's also like the childlike side of him, because that's what you think of, those two energies too. It's the childlike side. So I have toys too. I have Papa Smurf, like I talked about Papa Smurf in my Papa Legba video. I actually have a Papa Smurf. Y'all, my son is this is my way of getting him involved too, because even these are toys that he ain't worrying about, but you know how kids is, when they see a toy that somehow showed up, they somehow like it's gonna break their heart. But he was able to be a part of a way to set intention and to be giving to an energy that, you know, you're thankful for. So he was able to part ways with this miniature Papa Smurf. And you know, other things like 3 is the number, so I would have 3 candles. Red and black are the colors, so I would incorporate red and black into it. I will burn sandalwood. I will burn the incense that I feel like is more in tune with what he's into, you know? That is what attracts certain spirits.
And just the same as your ancestral altar, with different altars for different spirits, you want to have pictures and symbols that signify them. With Papa Legba, I hand-drawn a veve that they would put out with either salt or corn dust or brick dust when they are trying to open gates when talking to Papa Legba. You could print out a picture that you see online, anything that resonates with you. I just don't physically know what he looks like. His energy comes different ways, so a symbol suited better.
Now I will say this is why you have to be respectful. This is why your intentions have to be good, because some people, and not just that, but your intuition, that's the word I've been forgetting. Your intuition got to be on point, because if you set up and not do your proper research, not give your proper intentions, you could be contacting somebody that don't have nothing to do with who you're trying to talk to. And people need to keep that in mind when they are doing spiritual work by any means. I don't deal with Ouija boards, okay? It's a gate to open and I don't know how to close it. I do tarot because this is something, cards, and this isn't just tarot. These are playing cards too. I'm getting into those too. And this more, my people do this. My people do it. I get it. You don't have to have anything. You just sit up and talk, and that is you connected to spirit in a way. So remember that. Even in this situation, like we are temporary right now, I try to still, if it's on Mondays, I've been going more so outwards. I will go to a crossroad. I will go to the crossroad. I will give the energy from my house because I'm cooking chicken. Because I will cook red beans and rice on occasion. You know, I will cook foods that he like. I will eat and make desserts that I know are sweets that he are keen and particular to. Coconut, coffee, rum. Not sweet coffee. And that took me a while to even get the gist of what I felt like in my soul, what I felt like in my being that he would like. If I get a cigar, the last cigar I got, I think it was from Dominican Republic, and I wanted it to be from, like, I'm going to find black owned ones, you know. I will use rum. I will pull out the Bacardi. I keep do we call it spice rum? The red rum, the dark rum. I'll use that. Sometimes I get the black rum. You know, he like a little green, maybe, you know, that smoke. Candy. I used to have a candy cane. I will change that out sometimes. I like candy canes because they're red and white, and it's that differentiation, like it's that contrast in colors. It's all about that. His spirit to me, and that is why I've been really comfortable with I would say my relationship with him, with working with him, is that of a benevolent. He was a very kind and understanding Lua. Now I will say this. If you're doing this with the wrong ones, I keep saying it, you can really mess yourself up. Like some of them, you cannot come correct. There go. It's that train right there. It wasn't even going off till after I said it. Like when I work with Oshun, okay? That time, the way that I set it up with Oshun, I didn't even know that I called upon her energy. It was around that time. I had asked Papa before at the altar. If you look at the video that I got of her, beautiful, beautiful energy, beautiful being. And it was a time that I needed to be reminded that I am a queen. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It was rough. And she came in such a way when I thought I was just setting intentions. I just so happened to have a yellow candle. I just so happened to have sunflowers on me, you know? I just so happened to use oranges because it smelled good, and cinnamon because I knew that I was trying to manifest something. And she just stepped forward in such a way. It flooded. I mean, I'm not even gonna get too deep into that. I'm really saying go, because I want y'all to go check out that video. It flooded. Water everywhere, and it made me understand the power of water, my relationship with water. You know, even as a Black, from being here in Texas, y'all, I have an affinity with the water. So if I need to really get some energy, some buildup, some goodness, I'll go to Galveston. And Galveston, I used to talk mad mess about Galveston because it's like the side of the pool that get all the bugs and the dirt. That's what the Gulf of Mexico is in our parts. But I love Galveston because we got free there. I used to do business. I used to sing there. I used to sing down the strip and get money there. So I feel good there. And I appreciate that part because I have a closeness to it. I go to lakes. I will go to running water. Like I referred to in my Ancestral video. If you can't go nowhere, you can go to some water. You can go to that crossroad back to Papa Legba. You can go to that railroad if you want to talk to Ogun. If you want to speak to ancestor or to spirit, if you just study and understand their elements and things that they like in a respectful way, especially if you feel like these people that I speak on, these different names, and I'm only saying because I feel like they came to me in a way where I have grounds to receive and to speak on it. You know, I don't work too much. Like the time after I worked, when I recognized Oshun and I saw who this was, and I got to embody that and embrace that, and I felt like there was an exchange. I came to the waters again. This is after the flood. I'll put it up. I saw it on the video. I posted it on the video, so I'll put up which storm it was in particular. But research that storm. It was all her numbers. It was everything that she invokes.
September 17th through September 23rd of 2019 is when we experienced Tropical Storm Imelda. According to Wikipedia, Imelda was the 5th wettest tropical cyclone. It was the 11th tropical cyclone and the 9th named storm of the 2019 hurricane season, accumulating $5 billion worth of damage, affecting Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, but especially the Beaumont and Galveston area. There were reportedly 5 fatalities, although some other sources say 6.
After that happened, I went through Allen Parkway and it was still flooded. The water was up to the street. And I finished my 7-day candle that I had, and I put it in the water and I let it drip. I let it go on. And that was your way. That was my way of saying thank you. That was my, and other times on Fridays, I find a way to still say thank you, but I don't have an altar of her set up. I do not know who is over my head. I will not just set up, and especially what I feel like Oshun and where she is and the royalty she is, you know what I'm saying? You need to make sure you have a whole situation, I feel like, set up for this queen, and you should dedicate it how you should. That's what I'm just gonna say with Oshun, with a lot of them, with a whole lot of them, because I'm gonna say again, you don't just come at any of them any type of way. Some people say you need to be an initiate of some sort before you can be contacting spirit or spirits. But I'm going to say this: if spirit comes to you, and when I say spirit, y'all please recognize I can be talking about Papa Legba, I can be talking about Oshun, but I'm gonna give another example. Oya. If I recognize that on every Wednesday there is a hurricane. I just came from New Orleans and it was a wonderful trip, wonderful. We came on a Thursday. There was Hurricane Zeta, I think, that hit on Wednesday. Stuff is always landfall on Wednesday. If you don't even believe, I mean, science says that the hurricane brews up in the Gulf, in a part of Africa, and then it comes all the way across and hits every Caribbean, South American, Southern, every part that owns slaves, it demolishes those parts. We don't recognize that that is not Oya's energy coming through.
As the story goes with Mama Oya, she followed her children from the shores of Africa when they were taken along ships throughout the transatlantic to the South Americas, the Caribbeans, and North America. She just wanted to be close and be by them along their scary travels. I mean, y'all see how science goes. You see where the hurricanes start and where they end all the time. You can't tell me that ain't her showing. But also, we drove from Texas to Florida when visiting my loved ones, and I just prayed for safe travels there and back home. I got pulled over going 90 miles an hour, and my ticket would have been $300, but I got off with a warning. Thank you, Mr. Officer. Even coming back, we didn't even realize the urgency of the hurricane. We just wanted to drive home just because, not knowing that we beat all the traffic along I-10. We beat all the damage from Lake Charles, and it was just smooth sailing home. We didn't even have damage on Wednesday during landfall of Laura. The only thing that happened was Friday, getting 5 minutes worth of hardcore winds and rains, which cracked the tree.
See, these skies are deceiving, y'all. It was serious 2 seconds ago. Cause just tearing trees down and everything. Not lightning, but that wind. That wind. She's come through. She's shown herself around here. And I have y'all see this work being done around this house? Everything involves hurricanes. And throughout these hurricanes, there have been nothing but blessings. Prayers to those that have lost their properties, that have lost their lives, that have lost their jobs throughout these water things. There are damages to a lot of people, but y'all, I've been getting a lot of blessings around these times. Okay, I'll knock on wood. I'll do it just to make so it won't seem like I'm talking mess. But Oya has shown herself on a Wednesday, but I knew around Hurricane Laura by that time. I say, okay, that is her day. This hurricane's supposed to be landfalling this time. I'm gonna set something outside for her. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna pray to her. And this is Hurricane Laura. Ay, Dios mío. Yes, that's it. I was seeing my loved one. See, we're gonna get into these tarot cards and who made these. But you see these? See the states across it? It's a key right there. But you see the southern states? Texas all the way to Florida, all the way to the Carolinas and Virginia. Y'all know y'all be getting hit. This is the Hoodoo Tarot. We're gonna get into this deck on my next video. Y'all stay tuned for that. But even Oya, I didn't have an altar set up for her. But that day, that's something for her. Her number is 9. She like eggplant. I want to cook eggplant. We cooked some eggplant. I dressed hers. I dressed and had it numbers and all of that colors because I love chocolate. I love pudding. And it was at a time, y'all. It was at a time when I needed her energy. If y'all understand about hurricanes and that part of the wind and water, I'm a Gemini. We about that wind. We blow through. She blows and mows down, y'all. She's beautiful. She's elegant, but she gets swift work done. A woman on YouTube described it as, if you holding a knife by the sharp part, she gonna help you get that knife out your hand, but she gonna pull it out until you open your hands and get it. You know what I'm saying? Understands. Like she gonna pull the band-aid off on some stuff for you. I'm just gonna say, she knows. I needed that strength, that beautiful energy, y'all, and that's when she came to me. And I feel like with Papa Legba, he always is, it's always at a time when I'm like, Papa, thank you for where I'm at, who I'm at, but I'm feeling like, ooh, you know, I'm feeling a way. And I feel like after that, I get the doors open to these other energies. And that's how, I think that's how they work. But y'all, don't get me. I'm just telling y'all my experience.
Okay, my folks, that is part 102 of this short series, and that is connecting with and servicing Papa Legba and other spirits. So y'all stay tuned for the next one. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll be back.